And we found ourselves in a situation where some things changed in our previous company, and we just knew that we could no longer bring people in and know with certainty that they could win.
I can tell you for certainty, because I was offered the same thing, that if you make a certain amount of money in a different company, you will have a specific offer. For me, it would have been doubling my paychecks for the first 3 months. I've heard of different offers that they can be given. So I want you guys to know that when they say, no, we're not getting a bonus and we're not getting anything, they absolutely are getting something. So anyways, regarding the FTC, I actually was called into a Zoom call tonight with 3 people from litigation and Prasad, and you better believe that they're going after this.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Blanca and I make videos revolving around AntiMLM, motherhood, lifestyle, you name it, you will see it here on my channel. So if any of those things are to your liking, hit the red subscribe button. Today's video, there is a lot going on with the MLM world, specifically Young Living and Monete. I think I'm going to make a separate video on Monete because if I do the two of them together, it's going to be a long video. But yes, there's a lot of things that are going on with both Young Living, with their structure changing, and a couple of Royal Crown Diamond ranking reps are leaving Young Living and joining another MLM company, and it's causing a huge ruckus right now. And in Monete, my little self over here went kind of went down the rabbit hole, I should say, when it comes to the founders in España, aka Spain. So I found a few little huns over in Spain and what's going on over there. But again, I think I'm going to make a separate video on that because somehow these girls are ranking, but they've yet to officially launch a product. So stay tuned for that video. But anyways, as I mentioned earlier, Young Living's Royal Crown Diamond girls are leaving. They're fleeing this MLM. And I'm going to tell you how it happened, what's going on, and where I got the tea from. As always, anything that I am wearing, any sources will be linked down below. If you do purchase from my links, just know that it is an affiliate link, which means I'll make a commission at no extra cost to you. But let's dive into this video because it's juicy. When I found this out about Young Living changing their structure, I was on Instagram and I was on the account of, Girlgangzz 773. Please go and follow her. She has the tea when it comes to Real Housewives, Britney Spears, and of course, MLMs and influencers. She does a little segment where she exposes influencers who are not being ethical. A prime example of that would be when influencers post a swipe up and doesn't say that it is a affiliate link, a commission link, or what have you, and you're supposed to do that because that is part of a FTC guideline. Anyway, I was on her account when she posted MLM Hums jumping ship from Young Living to Modere. Interesting, because that caught my attention. I'm like, well, why are they leaving Young Living to join another MLM? I mean, we all know that people that are in MLMs tend to jump from one to another, but this just seemed a little bit weird to me. 2 Young Living Royal Crown Diamond highest position distributors left yesterday and are joining Modere today, giving up making 6-7 figures income to join them, leaving their teams of thousands of people. Thought you would find that crazy since everybody is hyping up Modere, and I do have to say I've been seeing Modere quite frequently, and I kept wondering, why am I seeing this MLM company left and right? Here we are. I can't help but wonder though if they're being given downlines or being contracted to earn a certain amount, because who would give up 6-7 figures to start all over again? She has a point there. This person that sent it to Girlgangzz 773 has a point. These women are making, like she said, a boatload of money being Royal Crown Diamond or whatever. Why would they give it up and start all over again? At the time that I found out about this and Girlgangzz 773 was posting about it, it was, I believe, Monday or Tuesday, if I am not mistaken. Since then, a few people have left. And there has been a little bit of backlash in regards to this. So the first 2 people that I found out was Madison Vining Blog and Monique McLean. I think that's how you say Monique McLean? Yeah. Madison is definitely more of an influencer though. She was a blogger first and gained a big group under her very quickly, as always. I've always said this, that influencers who join MLMs tend to have a bigger downline and can get a bigger downline because they already are an influencer. People already know them and they have built that trust. So they can easily misguide their followers into joining an MLM. Her daughter died a few years ago from drowning, horrifically sad, and more people signed up from there. I'm not even gonna... I don't know if she used this tragedy that happened to her in order to recruit people, but I wouldn't be surprised if she did. Monique is a close friend of hers. Both of them announced last night with nearly the same script that they were leaving. They wouldn't even mention the name Young Living and would announce where they were going. Everyone has figured out it's Modere. So I reposted this, obviously, all of these screenshots that I got from at Girlgangzz773, I reposted them onto my Instagram the day that she was actually breaking this news. And I said, why would they be jumping ship? Because that is weird. Again, if you're making a boatload of money, why are you going to give that up to join another MLM and start all over again? It doesn't make sense unless she was offered a salary with blank to blank as many people as possible over to the new MLM. Yeah, that's ethical. Gave up a $200,000 paycheck a month with Young Living. Money talks. Girlgangzz said yes, a company rhyming with Modere now paying salaries. So it's wild. So they're literally, these two women left Young Living because Modere was offering them allegedly a salary bigger than what they were making in Young Living, and not only to just leave Young Living and start all over again, but to leave Young Living and take their downline with them. Many of you may be wondering what Modere is. We have not dived into the specific MLM and I haven't talked about it on my channel. But essentially what Modere is a MLM company that distributes nutritional and personal care products. The company provides skin, hair, body, mouth, men care, anti-aging, active health, weight management, laundry, kitchen, cleaning, health and wellness, and household care products. I don't understand how a company can have all of that in one. Like, how can you have a company that specializes in all of these different things? Like, it doesn't make sense, but okay. And if we go off by their website and asking what they're about and their story, they say Modere is an omni-channel consumer goods company that develops and markets clean and health and wellness products through e-commerce and direct-to-consumer channels. The company's branded award-winning portfolio of clean lifestyle products includes beauty, personal care, nutrition, and household essentials that are formulated without use of thousands of controversial chemicals and compounds. This holistic live cleaning philosophy drives every aspect of the brand, going beyond its ingredient paradigm to encompass business operations, company culture, community activism, and environmental advocacy. That would be great if you weren't an MLM company. Going off of that, Modere does it all. Household goods, cleaning products, beauty, all of that jazz, right? And apparently they also do kind of like a social influencer type of deal where they'll have their consultants seem like they're influencers. Some of them are, if you look at Madison over here. And one of the screenshots that was sent to Girlgangzz773, the presentations, we help you monetize your phone and your social media. It has Uber, Airbnb, Instagram, and Facebook on there. Then in the next screenshot, Girlgangzz7733 posted, the process to be an MLM hun. Step 1. Post. We teach you exactly what to post. Exactly. Like, they teach you. You don't know what to post. They'll teach you how to do it. Step 2, share. Share your $10 discount code. Step 3, earn 2 times a day commissions. The next one is products people want and need. 90+ brand range of safe and non-toxic cleaning and non-GMO, scientifically developed and formulated, third-party validations, #1 collagen product in the world with 7 international patents, award-winning weight loss management system. I would like to verify those 2 things because those are some huge claims that they're making right there. So Madison ended up posting a video where she is announcing her departure from Young Living without saying the company's name and then explaining why she is joining another MLM, which will be inserted right here.
Hey guys. Alright, so we've been in network marketing for almost 8 years. I've been with the same company that whole entire almost 8 years, and the best experience. Some of the most dear people to our lives have come to us by way of our past experience with our company, and we found tremendous success there.
Clearly, yes, you have found tremendous success being at the highest round, what is it, Royal Crown, Dusty Diamond or some crap like that. Whatever, she is at the highest ranking position or rank that you could be in Young Living. So of course she is finding success in there. She's making money, but off of the backs of other people's work where they don't get paid, but she does.
We also got to learn a lot of lessons. Both the hard way, like we learned a lot of stuff. And yeah, we are closing that chapter. We actually less than an hour ago resigned from our former company. We resigned our distributorship there, and we are starting a brand new chapter tomorrow. We're going to be taking all the things that we learned, all those valuable lessons, all of that with us to our new chapter. And we'll give you the nitty-gritty about all of that tomorrow, but for tonight, we just want to say thank you to you guys for being here, for always supporting our family, and for just being so positive and loving. Like, you guys are just a group set apart, and this space is so different than the rest of the internet. Like,
both of them are saying that they're ever grateful, they're love bombing to the 10th degree over here. They are saying that they found tremendous success. Why can't I say this word? Tremendous success within Young Living. They didn't even mention Young Living or Modere. Like, why are we being so coy about this? Why are we being so sneaky? Like, mention that you're leaving Young Living and that you're moving on to Modere. Unless there's something that you can't do that you're doing that you know you're not supposed to because you signed a contract for it. But I'm getting ahead of myself here. After that video was posted, there were several people commenting on here. Let's take a look. I'm just curious why you decided to announce this here and not directly to your downline. While I'm happy for you and excited to see what's to come next, I'm a bit bummed and I didn't see this directly in the Happy Oilers. I'm guessing that's her Instagram account for Young Living. Underneath her, another comment says, I 100% agree. Yeah, I'm feeling the same. I mean, my business is my business. Not really, but okay. And it doesn't thrive because of Madison, but because of the work I personally put in. But it still hurts a bit. We all would have appreciated the transparency. And then there's a few that are a bit positive. Excited for you too. I know for a fact that both the McLeans and the Vinnings, however you pronounce it, have joined Modere. The husbands are both new members of the Justin Prince business groups as of today. Interesting. Apparently, this is an email that Young Living sent to its distributors or what have you, because they are restructuring right now where you don't need to become I believe a distributor is what they call them, or a brand partner, whatever, in order to purchase any of their oils now or their kits. This is due to apparently some legal troubles that Young Living has gotten themselves into. Not shocking because they're always getting themselves into some sort of legal trouble. But anyway, this is what the email says. Based on your Young Living activity, your account type will be identified as a customer when we reclassify next week. In addition, the member agreement you signed when you joined Young Living will no longer be operative, and it will not be necessary for you to purchase products from the shopping platform. Your use of our website will be governed by the terms of services. If you would like to remain a brand partner instead, simply complete one of the following business building activities again by July 12, 2021 at 11:30 p.m. So this change was going to happen, or had happened, mid-July. And then they give a couple of steps here on like what they should do. Should you decide after the reclassification day next week that you want to be a brand partner, you can purchase a business essential kit with our shopping platform public launch coming next week. We want to take some time to update on you on the exciting changes coming to Young Living. Next week, we'll also move our members into two groups, brand partners and customers. Here's how this works, as well as some of the new resources where you can find more information. Why are we recognizing customers and brand partners? We want to make it easier for you to shop our products without navigating the virtual office. We'll be able to personalize our communications to each group, ensuring that we get the specific resources and information needed. A brand partner is someone who wants to share Young Living products and the life-enhancing business opportunity with others. A customer is someone who simply wants to shop our incredible products, meaning that if you wanted to get Young Living essential oils, although I don't know why you would want to when you can find alternatives that are organic and inexpensive compared to Young Living, but should you for whatever reason want to purchase these oils, you can now go to the website without needing to find a distributor to get it for you, or even join the business in order to get X amount of discounts on the kits and all of this stupidity that goes with it. One of the big YouTube moms that is within Young Living actually addressed it in her cleaning video this week, and it's Tiffany Beeson.
That was everything thieves, you know, that's all that I use. Also, if you ever want anything from Young Living, they recently changed their policy, so you can just go on their website and order whatever you want. You don't have to get a starter kit. If you spend 100 PV, you automatically unlock that 24% off for an entire year, and you don't ever have to feel worried about being pressured into the business, which everybody like has concerns about, because now you have to pay like an additional fee to be a business partner and like get like a little pamphlet in the mail and all of that. So literally now you can just get the products that you want, like I've been saying forever, but now it's a little bit more black and white and a little less gray.
As you heard from Tiffany Beeston, you no longer need to join the business in order to get the products. You can now purchase whatever products you want, and if you, let's say, spend $100 or 100 PV, you unlock a 24% discount for the entire year. Keep that in mind because that is very, very important. And then it says here that for brand partners, now you have to pay an additional fee on top of purchasing the kit, okay? So how much is the premium kit? Hold on, let me look at how much is a premium kit from a Young Living here, because I'm pretty sure it's a pretty penny. We have their bundles here. A basic starter bundle, $25. I think that is probably the most cheapest one there. The Heaven starter bundle, $135. The Holiday starter bundle, $150. The Kids Sense Little Oilers Premium, $135. The Ningxia bundle, $135. The premium starter for the CBD one, $165. And then the most ever popular one, the premium starter bundle with the Aria diffuser, $265. Wild. Then we have your premium starter bundle with the Rainstone, $210. The Thieves bundle, $125. Their little essential oils, I saw one was going for $29.61, another one for like $72. A little bottle like this for $72? Gotta be fucking joking. So on top of paying for these bundles, now you have to pay an extra fee in order to be a brand partner with Young Living. Okay. I'm hoping you guys can see where this is going, right? Because me being me, I wanted to do a little bit more research on this, find out if there's any truth to it, of course. I am in a couple of anti-MLM groups. There's 2 on Facebook that I am a part of. And I posted this, and one of the girls responded who was a former Young Living. And she's gotten several emails about this, even though she's no longer with them. I'm going to share those with you guys, of course, blocking and blurring anything that would be identifiable to her. Ex-Young Living here. I quit last year, but my best friend is still in it and she shares updates on her page. Plus, I still get emails. So basically, they made it where originally you had to buy a kit and be a distributor to get the wholesale prices. Now you only have to purchase $100 to get the wholesale prices, or put at least one item on the monthly order, which is something that Tiffany Beeson mentioned. You have to, buy something of $100 and then you unlock that 24% discount for the entire year. Again, keep that in mind. Kits and selling is no longer required. Interesting. Only people who have signed up someone, made a new rank, or made commission in the past year are brand partners. For those who only joined to buy but not signed up anyone are customers. It makes it a lot easier for them to sell product since they don't have to push people to buy kits. People now buy whatever they want to buy. Originally, if you signed up someone, you get a commission of $25 and a $25 bonus. So $50 for a sign up. Interesting. This no longer applies and you can only get $25 commission for the sign up. They took away the level up and double up, which is where they sign up 2 and 4 people a month respectively. Those were usually the high-end gifts, the expensive oils and diffusers. a la the Oreo one. They also took away the $50 monthly purchase minimum. You only have to buy one product of value in your monthly order to stay active. The $100 monthly purchase minimum for earning commission is now gone. Previously, you had to purchase $100 a month to be eligible for a commission. You only need $100 from your entire team now to be able to make that commission. So basically, if all of your downline added up equals $100, you don't need to hit that $100 personally to make commission. Please tell me how Young Living isn't a scam. Or any MLM isn't a scam. It's right there. This will affect other things though. They made it where you can order once a month or every other month or quarterly and still remain active with a discount. Almost all of the terminology has changed as well. Young Living did take away a lot of the big bonuses they used to give out for signups, which was the only way to make any money. But if they're top leaders, I'd say their earning probably wouldn't have changed much at all, which that part is true. If they're making big money like they are because they're high ranking in Young Living, it shouldn't have changed their income at all, if at that. But we all know now that Modere was giving them a salary double of what they were making in Young Living in order to not only leave Young Living, but to also skedoot their downline. We're going to get to that in a second. This all took place because of a couple of ex-distributors sued Young Living for being a pyramid scheme and won. So Young Living had to change the way they modeled their business. This is why they no longer get big gifts, bonuses, or extra money for signups. And they can now only sell product. Their only goal and only push was recruitment. Selling products was actually looked down on and basically unheard of. You're not a good seller if people only buy products, but you can't talk them into buying a kit. So it's not about the products and it is about recruitment, That is what we anti-MLMers have been saying all along. It's never about the product, it's always about pushing recruitments, signing up. So a big reason as to why these people left, Madison and Monique and the others who are now leaving, is because they have taken away, Young Living has taken away the incentives to sign and recruit people into this pyramid scheme. And now here we have Girlgangzz 773 confirming what I just stated.
But so word on the street allegedly that Young Living is now allowing consumers to buy directly on their website and they don't have to buy through an MLM hun. And that is why people are jumping ship. Interesting.
From the looks of it, it doesn't seem like Monique addressed that she has left Young Living. She hasn't had anything, at least on her IG that I can tell, any video in regards to the situation.
I just want you to know that, like, when you hear the things that you're about to hear, when I heard it, I could not unhear it. I could not unsee it. It was all I thought about for like days. Jared would look at me and he would be like, "Are you okay?" And like, I just can't quit thinking about this.
I was like, oh, here we go.
Yeah. So
she's in the zone.
I just want you guys to know that I feel like this is like totally relevant for today. It is something that is gonna be like the next big thing. It already is the big thing, but like I feel like we're just getting into the next big thing.
Unlike Madison, who does have that IGTV, both of them do have the Modere links already on their Linktree accounts, and nothing is on there about Young Living. With Monique, you will see it says something on the lines of like, oh, my oils, but that has nothing to do with Young Living. It's like a link to a shop or something. They have completely disassociated themselves from Young Living and are now completely peddling Modere's shitty products, which is that liquid collagen thing, and you have to drink it with that stupid spoon that you can get on Amazon for like $5, $10 or whatever, probably cheaper than what Modere is selling it for. The thing is, and where this is like problematic, aside from it being an MLM, there's a clause within Young Living that both of them signed that if they should end their partnerships with Young Living, they are no longer allowed to recruit within a year. They're not following through with that. The screenshots are from Girlgangzz 773, but they were compiled together in this Instagram post by the Instagram account, the MLM Police, and it's saying an overview of what's happening with Young Living. 2 top leaders quit. 2 leaders, Madison and Monique, quit Young Living. They walked away from a $200,000 a month paycheck and 10K plus downline. Well, it turns out a while back, Modere and MLM approached them both about joining Modere. In return, Madison and Monique would receive an income that is twice the amount of what they were getting paid at Young Living. They also get Legal Pro. Turns out Monique and Madison's downlines didn't react too well to either of them leaving Young Living. The fact that both of you and Madison have chosen to leave together has me questioning a lot of things, but not my integrity and not my integrity of a Young Living, which that in and of itself is very cultish. But it does, however, have me questioning your integrity. This is disappointing and quite frankly disgusting. We are in the people and relationship business. People trust and follow you and grow attached. There's going to be an emotional attachment in this community. It's just the way that it is. Actual people chose to enroll under you, actual people for whatever reason they have. So when two well-known Royal Crown Diamond announced the same day the exact same thing, it's going to affect actual people. I do think you need to do what is right for your family. However, I think that it is unethical to accept money to move to a new MLM to be a representative and then try to bring Young Living members with you. This is not a good Christian testimony, which a lot of these people that are in MLMs in general, but specifically with Young Living and such like that, they always bring up religion, like, and how they're, you know, so Christians and they're praying for you. And again, that's a whole different video, but that is a nice little jab right there. This is not a good Christian testimony. It speaks of a greed and love of money. At some point, you need to reconcile with the Lord. This is super sad and so unlike anything I'd ever expect from you. It's a total letdown. After supporting and praying and watching them grow, they just step out and leave. I am glad Gary Young isn't here to see this. Well, Gary Young is a horrible person, so, you know, and that's putting it nicely because he's a complete POS, but moving on. Modere, Madison, and Monique schedule a Zoom call, and this is where they were going to explain why they were joining Modere or what have you. I'm going to insert Madison's clip right here.
For herself, if you're here because you know. She's incredible. I'm excited. I don't know if anyone else could have talked me into making such an insane move other than Monique and Jeremiah. Like, Tyler and I are like, man, I know that they would pray about it. I know that if God said no, they would say the door is shut. I know that they know a good thing when they see it. I know that they know what they're doing. They've crunched the numbers.
Another Instagram account reposted the MLM Police's post and said, I have a lot to say about this, like maybe too much to type. I will say I knew someone that did the same thing. They left the company in a top position for another company to be even higher. They ended up poaching many in their downline, had to do some shady stuff to not be in trouble with the law. And this applies to both Madison and I also believe to Monique, but specifically with Madison, and we'll get into how. That aside, we shouldn't be shocked that Young Living leaders are dragging their names because they left the company. This is the nature of all of MLMs. Not to mention the post of people practically pledging their lives to Young Living. Cough, cult mentality. Thank you. She couldn't have said that any better. Sidebar, if I had to pick a worse company than Young Living, it would be Modere. Definitely a money move for these women to now be peddling false weight loss products to their huge following is even bigger yikes for me. Worse than drinking oils. I have seen so many people leave Young Living in the last few months. People that went on and on about how much they love the company and that company changed their life. How obsessed they are with all of the products. You couldn't watch a story of them without a product in shot. And that also includes the YouTube moms because that's all they post. They're like, oh, I'm cleaning with my Thieves, as you guys saw earlier with Tiffany Beeston mentioning that she's cleaning with her Thieves products. Then you have Tara Henderson over here freaking creating rollers for her daughter who is teething, like, with essential oils. You're not supposed to put essential oils on a baby. Like, but I digress. Where did I leave off? Then they switched companies and no mention of the products they used 24/7. It's all manipulation, fake peddling of products. It doesn't mean Young Living products are bad, it's just mastermind of it all. So scummy. Should have mentioned this earlier, but Girlgangzz 7733 also has a highlight where you can see all of this if you want to see and read every single little piece. I also have it in my highlight that is AntiMLM if you want to go check it out as well. But the reason why this is also such a huge scandal, aside from 2 top leaders leaving the company, right, is the fact that within their contract, I mentioned this, I believe, earlier as well, that they're not supposed to recruit anybody for a year after leaving Young Living. And the way that they're getting around that is by their husbands joining Modere and then going to their downline in Young Living and recruiting them. Like, that is so shady, that is so scummy. And then they're out here proclaiming that they're Christians and they live their life by Christian values. First of all, if you are joining an MLM, you can throw your Christian values out the window, because Jesus is not telling you to go out and scam people. In fact, he's telling you otherwise. And so now you're out here being so shady that you're sending your husbands now to join Modere and poach your people in your MLM. I can't. The audacity of it all is disgusting. In that highlight of Girlgangzz 773, here are the terms, and it goes as follows. Young Living partners are prohibited for a period of 12 months after termination of their agreement from directly, indirectly, which they are doing, or through a third party of recruiting to participate in a competing business. Any Young Living individual who was in Young Living partners team or support team at any time during the term of agreement, or whose contact information, name, address, phone numbers, or email, etc., was obtained by Young Living partner at any time during the agreement. Young Living partners are prohibited during that term of agreement for a period of 12 months after termination of their agreement from the offering any non-Young Living products, services, or competing business venture, either in conjunction with offering of Young Living products, services, or income opportunity, or at any Young Living meeting, seminar, launch, convention, or other Young Living function. The term recruit and recruiting means to enroll, enlist, or solicit any individual or entity to join or participate in a business program or organization, or attempt to do so. To promote, influence, or encourage an individual or entity to evaluate, join, or participate in a business program or organization, or attempt to do so. To present or participate or assist in the presentation of a business program, organization, or its products to an individual entity. Activity that constitutes recruitment violates this provision, regardless of whether the recruited individual or entity terminates or changes the relationship with Young Living, and regardless of whether the recruited individual or entity agrees to join or evaluate the business program or organization. Activity constitutes recruiting whether performed directly through personal contact, including but not limited to direct electronic messages or personal conversations, or indirectly through a third party or other means, which via their husbands, via a Zoom call. It is a violation of the agreement to recruit any Young Living individual to participate in a competing business venture, regardless of whether the individual or entity is known to be a Young Living individual. Current or former Young Living partners are responsible to determine whether a prospect is a Young Living individual before recruiting the prospect for a competing business venture. And there you have it, folks. It is right there in Young Living's contract, clauses, terms and conditions, whatever you guys want to call it. It is right there for a period of 12 months. Both Monique and Madison and anybody else that leaves Young Living to join Modere or any other MLM company cannot poach their downline or anybody that is participant or has been with Young Living. And what are they doing? Violating that. They are poaching their downlines indirectly by sending their husbands or other people, whatever you want to see it. Like, either way, they are indirectly poaching their own downlines from Young Living. It is crazy. You know, when you think that you see it all with MLMs and their reps, here they come and do some new shit that surprises you. Like, and before people say, well, how do you know that their husbands are indirectly trying to poach their downline? Well, here's a screenshot for you, okay? Here you have Jeremiah McLean sending a link to the Zoom call for Modere. This person initially asked, hey, what's going on? Are y'all leaving Young Living? And then he proceeds to send a link to the Zoom call. It says, hey, thanks for reaching out. Here's a peek at what we're doing. Social retail versus MLM. It's the same shit. Social retail, social selling, network marketing is the same thing as an MLM. The fact that they're trying to differentiate between social selling and an MLM when there isn't is ridiculous. As you guys can see from the screenshot, he's there, he sent a link to their Zoom call for Modere. Like, you can't get any more shadier than that. And clearly, did they not think that this was gonna come out and blow up in their face? I'm pretty sure that's probably what they thought, that their downline was going to be all hunky-dory with this and they were just gonna go with them to Modere like as if nothing was happening. Like, I don't understand. Both Madison and Monique know that they can't poach their downlines, they can't reach out to them. And how do I know this? Well, Madison in her IGTV stories left this comment. We are doing our best to honor our former company and policy and procedure, which means not reaching out to any members of our former company in groups or in private settings. This is the standard rule. We cannot be the first to make contact. Our hope is that our hearts are known in this and that we are making what we feel is the most ethical decision possible. What? The irony of her leaving that comment and then within that same night having a Zoom call, posting it on her Instagram story that she's gonna have this Zoom call, which she knows that a lot of her followers and a lot of the people that are in her downline will see. And she's saying that she's not being the first to make contact. Directly, she's not saying, come join me in Modere, but she is posting on her IG stories about Modere, the Zoom call that she was having that same night when she announced that she was leaving Young Living. So she is still in violation because she is indirectly saying that she is having this Zoom call and indirectly trying to poach her own downline to leave Young Living and go to Modere. And they're saying, and she said ethically possible. Ethically possible. There is nothing ethical about any MLM. But what you're doing in specific is just wrong. It is just wrong. The amount of commotion that this is causing, that 2 Royal Crown Diamonds are or have left Young Living and went and joined Modere, it is crazy. I'm wondering, when are these YouTube moms that are peddling and have been shilling Young Living for the past, I don't know, 1.5 to 2 years now are going to do the same? Because if they took all of the incentives away to recruit people, why are they going to still have that downline? I mean, essentially their paychecks won't be affected, but at some point it's going to, since their own downlines won't be able to recruit people. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. Because at the end of the day, we've all said it. It's never about the products or how good the products are. No, it's always about recruiting people, and that's how you make money in these companies. And here we are. 2 top Royal Crown Diamonds left Young Living for a bigger paycheck. That is it for today's video. Hopefully it's not too long. I just wanted to share what is going on with Young Living and how this might be the beginning of the end for them, since they're not going to have all of these big people joining them and creating a big downline and just recruiting a ton of people into their pyramid scheme. So who knows how this might affect Young Living in the long run. But we shall see. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below sharing your thoughts and opinions about what we've discussed today in today's video. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye!